A deal on Dickens, who could resist? A stack of Austen, warmly kissed. Golden Age crime tales twist and turn, every page a treasure to learn. Books keep coming home with me, piles so tall they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea, reading always feels so free.
Hi, my name is Talia. Welcome to Talia Nerds Out. This might be the last video that I'm going to be able to make tonight, simply because I think I'm starting to run a bit low on time before people start waking up, coming downstairs, etc. But actually, I need to bring this box down so I can see what I'm looking at. The books I'm going to be talking about today are my classic books that I got between using birthday gift cards and using taking advantage of free book credits at thrift books. And I can't always remember which was a gift card and which was a free books credit. Now, I find it interesting that when you'll get some of these books that are not commonly printed, why they'll print them in this way. This is an Anna Catherine Green book, which is one of my sons, and for whatever reason, they chose to print it like this, in this rather large, like 8 by 11 size. I don't know why they chose to do that. I would have much preferred a normal paperback size, but this is what I could get for a good price, and I think that it's a little bit harder to find her books, so I take her books as I can get them. Let me see. Okay, here's another one of hers, because I wanted to do hers first. Let me make sure I have all of hers before I continue, because I've shown you other of hers that I've gotten before. Okay. Alrighty. So the other two of her books I ended up getting in connection to my birthday were The Circular Study, which is much more manageable heights for reading. Doesn't feel like it's, an awkward size. And then The Sword of Damocles. And it's annotated as well, which is cool. I don't think I realized it was annotated when I picked it up. I wonder if it's like really annotated or if they just did an introduction and called that annotated. Because I've had that happen before where it's like they just gave some information about the author and they're like, there, that's annotated. Because I actually tried to return a book when they did that and they're like, our bad, you can keep it for free. I'm like, okay. Yeah, this looks like they're pulling one of those things where they're calling it annotated and it's not really annotated. I didn't spend a lot of this. I think I actually got it for free book credit, so I'm not that worried about it. Besides, it's way past the time for me to be able to actually do something about it. Yeah, I can't tell. No, I'm pretty sure that they don't have any actual annotations. So it's saying it's annotated, doesn't appear to actually be annotated. But I do like her work anyway, so that's fine. I've read 2 of her books so far. Her books don't look for like the golden age tendency to leave like breadcrumbs for you to be able to pick up as you go along. Oh yeah, this is what's happening, I can kind of figure it out with a detective. It's not that kind of book. It's a lot more like the Sherlock Holmes type where you don't always get the information until he definitely has the information before you do. You don't get things revealed in like a fair play kind of way. And that's fine. This is written, her first book was written and released 6 years prior to Sherlock Holmes making his debut. So her work and Conan Doyle's work, they are contemporary works. It makes sense that they're showing a lot of the same tendencies towards their mystery style of writing, insofar as like you don't have the whole detection club rules. But I think I still owe you reviews on 2 of her books. So those are the Anna Catherine Green books. Some other ones that I ended up picking up were, I think this one was a free book credits. This is Ben-Hur by Lou Wallace. And I've actually never read Ben-Hur. I don't think I've even seen the movie. So actually this will be a good way, or if I've seen the movie, I've only seen part of the movie. So since I don't have a very good memory of the movie, even if I did see part of it, this will be a great way to be introduced to that story. Apparently it was quite the influential book in its time. It says regarded by many as the most influential Christian book outside of the Bible. It's considered one of the truly great epics of the world literature. But yeah, I am very interested in actually experiencing this book for myself, experiencing the story in its original format. Now, another classic book. I didn't realize I had picked up a Reader's Digest version of this book, just like my Rebecca, until I opened it up. And I love these Reader's Digests 90s classic collections because, for one thing, they're beautiful. If you remember my copy of Rebecca I got for my birthday, my mom and I both got the same copy, or got copies from the same collection of Rebecca. It's the same copy, you know what I'm saying. We both got our own, whatever. So this is in that collection, along with Rebecca and whatever else. I'm going to see what else is in this collection, because it's a beautiful collection. Look at that. And it comes with an insert, just like the Rebecca book did, and it talks about the author in it. This was a like-new copy, just like my edition of Rebecca was, so that's why I guess I still have the insert. My mom's had the insert still in it, too, for her copy of Rebecca. And they're illustrated. Let me find one of the illustrations. I know in Rebecca that was one of the really pretty aspects of it, too. So here's one of the illustrations for Bojest. I watched the movie on Bojest. You have Cooper last. He was in Mr. Deeds. What's his name? Cooper. I've never actually cared for him much as an actor, but he plays the Bojest character in the old movie. And a young Donald O'Connor plays Bojest as a, teenager. Oh, what's Cooper's name? Blast, it's something. It's going to drive me insane. Anyway. I saw the movie a long time ago. It'll hit me after I turn off the video what the actor's first name is, but yeah, I saw, honestly what sold me was how pretty the book was and what a good price it was for like new. And I'm really glad that I picked it up, just because as I remember it being, it was a good story, and I love pretty books on my shelves. Darn it, the actor's name came and went again. Anyway. Now, my third, I'm sorry, this isn't Dostoevsky. This is Leo Tolstoy. I don't know why I said Dostoevsky, so I don't need to read this one before I do my Dostoevsky biography. So this is, whenever I get to War and Peace, I will eventually maybe pick up a biography on Leo Tolstoy as well. Haven't had much desire to look into Tolstoy's stuff. I am mostly, sorry, old book smell, mostly reading War and Peace because not only is it a classic, but it came highly recommended by my dad, who absolutely loved this book. So, and this is considered to be the definitive translation, newly revised. It's an Oxford World Classic, so it seemed like a good way to experience the work. And this was a birthday present. I'm pretty sure this was a free book credit. Morality Play. This was a book I've heard about so many times, it seems, on the channel. Why am I blanking? I've talked about him on multiple occasions. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments, or in the description. Somebody reads classics. Anyway, he's talked about this book on multiple occasions, and the last time he suggested a book and I read it, I really enjoyed it. He had suggested I am having the worst time remembering things today. It was it 90? It was something Charing Cross Road. I don't remember what the number was, but it was about a letters back and forth between a book buyer in America and booksellers in Britain. And I guess that the bookshop was on Charing Cross Road. I think it's 84 Charing Cross Road. And this was recommended by the channel whose name I can't remember the name of. Something Reads Classics. And of course, I'm not going to have on my watch any of the notifications from his Patreon or anything. I track his Patreon for free mostly so I can get some of his notifications. Let's see. No, can't remember. Anyway, he had recommended Morality Play multiple times. I've been meaning to check it out. It's supposed to be a murder mystery where the players putting on this morality play in, I don't know if it's medieval England that's supposed to be set, but a murder had just happened in the town that they're going to be setting a play in. And they're like, hey, let's put on a morality play and we will, decide at the end, we will make up who killed the person. If we can't figure it out ourselves, we'll just make up an ending. And it's them solving the mystery during the course of this morality play because they have to have some sort of ending, and it's a murder mystery. Wish I could remember that channel name. Anyway, then because I have picked up a couple of books that are considered Library of Congress crime classics, Amazon has been suggesting Library of Congress crime classics to me. So now I think a couple of them I picked up at Thrift Books. I know one of them I did at least. This one was recommended by Thrift Books. And I don't remember if I picked it up on Thrift Books or if I picked it up on Amazon. But this is Last Seen Wearing by Hilary Whoa. And it's supposed to be, I want to say it's the first ever police procedural and hailed as a milestone. Honestly, the title was enough to snag me. And I look forward to reading that. Within the same Library of Congress collection. Okay, so hang on. This one's number, because they number these. Oh, they don't number them. Unlike the British ones. Well, that's sad. They should number them. And, it's also put out by, so it's the Library of Congress that puts it out, and Poison Pen Press. In that same collection, you have The Thinking Machine by Jacques Futrelle. And this author actually died on the Titanic, which is where I first heard of him. I was reading a book about the Titanic, and they mentioned him as one of those who went down with the ship. But his book is apparently considered a crime classic. And then this one just sounded interesting to me. Another Library of Congress crime classic by Dorothy Salisbury Davis. Know nothing about the author, but it's called A Gentle Murderer. makes me think of the movie I Confess, but with a, different twist to it. Slightly different twist to it. Father Duffy has heard many confessions through the years, but none quite so disturbing as the one he's heard tonight. Just as the priest is readying to leave for the evening, a young man enters the confessional. The penitent is distraught that he has killed a woman in a paroxysm of uncontrollable rage, and he is still wielding the hammer he used to do the deed. Father Duffy tries to convince the young man to turn himself in to the police, but he flees just as suddenly as he appeared. When the priest learns the next day that an escort was found bludgeoned to death on New York's East Side, he sets out to search for the troubled confessor. Meanwhile, Sergeant Ben Goldsmith of the NYPD is drawn deep into the official investigation. Neither is aware that the other is searching for the murderer, but both hope against hope that they are able to find the killer before he strikes again. Now, this makes me think, like I said, aspects of it aren't the same, but I wonder if the movie I Confess, because this book's a 1951 book, I wonder if the movie I Confess was based on this, or if that movie is something else completely. And that has, this is not my day for remembering names. I want to say the actor's name is Montgomery Clift. Pretty sure that's his name, who plays the priest in I Confess. But I don't know that it's the same story or if it's just a similar story. Now, the last one I got is actually a British library crime classic, and it's celebrating 100 British library crime classics, and this is number 100. Death of a Bookseller. And they thought that this would be a good one to end on because it has to do with the book-selling community. And honestly, that was what pulled me in. When Sergeant Wiggin stops to escort a swailing reveler home at the end of his late shift, he has spun a tale of the ups and downs of a life spent collecting and selling rare books. His new companion, Michael Fisk, has been celebrating the acquisition of a signed copy of Keats' Endymion, and a trip into Fisk's library is enough to convince Wiggin to begin his own collection. After developing a love for antiquarian books and a friendship with Fisk, Wiggin is called upon by the CID when tragedy strikes and Fisk is found murdered in his library. Suspecting another book collector, seller, or agent of murdering his friend and stealing a precious volume, Wiggin dives into the antiquarian book trade, where pleasantries and a kind of collector's code mask simmering jealousies and ruthless desires. This adventurous bibliomystery, which has remained a rarity itself since its publication in 1956, combines exuberant characters with a puzzling case and a wry depiction of the second-hand book market to delight book lovers and classic crime enthusiasts alike. So that was just, to me, an interesting concept. I hadn't seen a mystery quite like it before. And I just had to have that one as well. So that's it for me. If I can think of any of the channels that I mentioned and forgot, I will put them in the description of the video. Really annoyed. Tristan Reads the Classics. There we go. Tristan Reads the Classics is the channel I was thinking about that recommended morality play, as well as the Charing Cross Road book. So, Tristan Reads the Classics. Thoroughly enjoy that channel. I have been tempted on so many occasions to pick up classic books or classic books adjacent to classic books, like the biography I had read on Dickens last year was because of a Tristan Reads Classics video. So I do recommend that channel. But if you have stuck, I'm sorry guys, like words not working very well today. Thank you very much for sticking with me for this video if you have made it this far. Hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time. God bless. Bye.
Books keep coming home with me, piles so tall they're all I see. Turn a page and sail the sea. Reading always feels so free.